Hello, guys, my great family and my great people. Welcome again to my channel this time. I know it has been so long, so long, but thank God I'm here again. And today I'm so happy, and let me extend my appreciation to you guys. Actually, mmekuwa baraka sana. It's just the other day nilikuwa na confirm on my channel, nikaona watu wame-subscribe. Thank you so much for your subscriptions, na tuzidi kushare to others, to our friends, so that many people can be impacted by this movement or by these contents that we do create. So let me hope you are doing greatly well. Just tell me in the comment section that you are fine. Just comment I am good, and I will be glad to read those comments. And so maybe you're wondering, what do I have today? Today I don't have guests, it's me. I'm your guest today. So I know life is not easy, for sure. People are out there suffering. People are going through a lot of hell, let me call it. People are suffering from food, from rent, from family issues, relationship issues. But there is a solution in every situation. And again, there is a lesson to learn in every situation. So whenever there is a situation you are facing and you are going through, just know that there is a lesson to learn from it. And maybe expound your understanding, expound your mind, so that you can learn more from that situation. And so today I'm glad to present to you about stress and depression. So I'll be taking us through some tips, let me call them some tips, on how you can manage and deal with stress and depression. It's just the other day that I had someone committing suicide because of depression. And by the way, you may be seated someone today, you laugh, you talk, you make big stories, but they are deep inside suffering. They are dying from within. But these people, they won't tell you. You can't even understand their situation. You can't even know they are going through hell. You can't know they are being stressed and depressed until they talk. But the issue is, most of them never talk. And if they talk, they just pass through. They just go through a little bit of their story. So you'll never get to know what they are going through unless you go deep into their story. So many people outside there, they are suffering. You may laugh with a person, you may make jokes, but they are deep inside suffering. And so, what are the things that maybe you can work on? Maybe as an individual, maybe as a team. What are the things that you can do so that you can manage stress, so that you can deal with it? And mind you, depression can really drive you crazy, up to the point of wishing yourself that you are gone forever. Ani unafika time yenye unasema hata hii maisha sioni penye inaenda. You see nothing, you see no essence of life. Like you see life as a by the way thing. But life is worth living, man. You have to live to the fullest. But what now makes people reach a point of committing suicide? It's the lack of ability to manage their stress, lack of ability to manage that depression, lack of ability to talk. And maybe some of them maybe lack someone to talk to. And maybe you are there, you are a psychologist, you are someone who has gone through it and have maybe succeeded it, and you are still alive. You can maybe impact other people. You can impact others and tell them, you know, man, I went through this and this and this, but God helped me throughout. God enabled me to go through it, and I was successful, and here I am still alive. It didn't kill me. Depression didn't kill me. I just remember sometimes back I used to suffer these things a lot. You cannot sleep. when nights come, you just wish that maybe it was morning, because during the day you seem to be okay, but when night comes, the mind is like a rolling stone in your head. No lack of peace, no peace at all in your mind. So that's why most of the people out there, they tarmac a lot, they get stressed, and depression can really take them into the grave. So with me are some few steps, some few tips that we can do or that we can follow so that we can manage this stress and depression thing. Stay tuned and let's go into it. And as we go into it, please subscribe, please comment, let me know how this video is helping you, or where and how to improve, and let me know what you're thinking about it. And you may be with some issues, you may also be having some tips. Also comment so that we can know and others can also know how to deal with it. So let's go. So guys, here we come and here we go. Now, the very first thing you need to know is to recognize and acknowledge your feelings. So you start by acknowledging and accepting your emotions, understanding that stress and depression are normal and common experiences, can help reduce self-judgment and create space for healing. So when you come to recognize and acknowledge your feelings, that's where you now sense in your heart or sense in your mind that maybe you are stressed and you are depressed. And from there we go to the next step. Number 2, seek social support. So this is where most of the people fail. Most of the people do not want to reach out to others. They don't want to talk to others, but they will stay in their rooms. They will lock themselves inside their rooms and get depressed the whole day, the whole night. But if you can reach out to friends, if you can reach out to family or support groups who can provide a listening ear and offer understanding, sharing your thoughts and feelings with others can help elevate the burden and provide a sense of connection. So start by seeking that one friend, start by talking to that one friend and see how they can help you. Give yourself out. One way of helping yourself is talking to others, as far as stress and depression is concerned. And now, number 3, practice self-care. Here, you prioritize self-care activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being. This can include engaging in regular exercises, getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, and engaging in activities that you enjoy. Like you can go up to play volleyball, you can go in the field and run. At least you keep yourself energized or physically fit. Then at the point of maybe getting enough sleep is where sometimes it's difficult, but you just schedule yourself, talk to yourself and tell yourself that from this time it's time to rest and time to sleep. For example, you can say at 10 p.m. I'll be going to bed, so that you do not take that time on other things like studying, like being on social media throughout the night when you are working on how to deal with your depression and stress. Now, the next thing, number 4, utilize relaxation techniques. Here, you incorporate relaxation techniques into your daily routine to help calm the mind and the body. You can maybe practice deep breathing exercises, meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, or engaging in hobbies and activities that bring joy. And all this can contribute to stress reduction. Number 5, yeah, I hope we are still together. Establish a routine. So you create a structured daily routine that includes regular sleep and wake times. Just as the way I've talked in on the third step, you can plan yourself, especially the time to sleep and the time to wake up, so that your mind is programmed well. So you create a regular schedule or routine for sleep and waking up, for meals, and designated periods for work. So having a sense of structure and predictability can help reduce feelings of overwhelm and provide a sense of control. Number 6, set realistic goals and prioritize tasks. So you break down overwhelming tasks into smaller. Some of our stress and depression come up due to a lot of work. Some of it come from a lot of assignments that are due. And mind you, working with deadlines is not an easy task. So for you to cope up with this, you need to break down your tasks and to manage your time when given a task. So you prioritize your tasks based on importance and focus on one thing at a time, that is. So you can celebrate small accomplishments along the way to boost motivation and self-confidence. Challenge negative thoughts. So identify negative or self-critical thoughts and challenge their validity. Replace them with more positive and realistic thoughts. So some of the negative thoughts that we do have each and every day, maybe someone has talked to you in a bad way, in a rude way, you store them as negative. And the more you keep on storing those negative thoughts, the more you bring harm to yourself. So learn and try to avoid keeping negative thoughts. All over, you will get people, you will come into contact with negative activities, negative situations, but you don't have to keep them. You have to release them and remain positive. So, cognitive behavioral techniques can help reframe negative thinking patterns. Now, the next step is engaging in pleasurable activities. So, participate in activities that bring you joy, whether it's hobbies, creative outlets, or spending time in nature. Just as the third and fourth points talk of this. So participate in activities that bring you joy, whether it's hobbies, creative outlets, spending time in nature, watching a movie that will create impact and a positive impact onto you, and other activities. So engaging in such activities releases endorphins and promotes a sense of well-being. Another technique or another point is practicing stress management techniques. So explore techniques such as journaling, listening to calming music, taking breaks, practicing yoga, maybe reading books, and engaging in mindful activities. Find what works best for you and incorporate it in your daily routine. And now, for the last thing I will mention, seek professional help. Maybe after practicing all these steps and even going beyond it, you may still find yourself locked in depression and stress. This is now the time to find professional help. Talk to a professional in stress management or depression. Look for therapists and talk to them. If stress and depression persist or significantly impact your daily life, consider reaching out to these people. Reach out to mental health professionals. They can provide support, they can provide guidance, and appropriate treatment options tailored to your specific needs. So don't stress yourself anymore by maybe keeping things to yourself and letting it dissolve itself. It can't dissolve without you taking a step. So make sure you take a step, and one step at a time. That is movement, and that is actually a development. You are now towards your goal. You're now towards relieving yourself from stress and depression. It's now time we need to stop this thing of, if I'm stressed, if I'm depressed, now the only solution for this is taking up my life. That is not a solution. In fact, it adds more problems. So let's try to talk to others. And if you have ever gone through this and won it, then provide an ear to others. Just be available to others who can talk to you, who can trust you with their issues, and who can get help from you. So by being there for others, it's really a good thing, and it can help them grow. It can help them relieve from the stress and depression, and we create a better life for others. So that is what I had today. If you have been impacted, if you have learned something from this, kindly hit the subscribe button, kindly like the video, and comment so that we can know how it impacted you. You can even share with others so that they can learn differently, either from this and even from other books, from wherever they can, so that we continue to impact lives, we continue to change how people see stress and depression as, and maybe reduce the rates of suicide in this country. Thank you so much, and I wish you all well. If you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. I will really love that, and I will really appreciate that. May God be with you, and thank you so much. Goodbye.